What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be doing Total Drama Blood versus Water. So this is the cast I chose, and I'm not explaining why I chose them because that would take too long. But here's the cast. It was episode 1, Tug of Friendship. Okay, so the first part of the challenge is it's literally just tug of war. That's it. Anyways, this is so I ordered them in the pairs. Anyways, just get straight into it. I feel like this team wins only because Sierra threw the challenge, so Cody wouldn't have to be in first boot because she's scared that he would be on the outs with Jay. And I feel like they'd vote Cody over Jay. Or wait, no. They vote Cody out instead of Jay just because he's more liked than Cody. Because they're pretty much on the same, weakness scale. Which unfortunately causes her to be eliminated first episode. Okay, second episode, You Can Hide. Basically, it's just literally just hide and seek. One of their teams will have to sit out. Hold up. One of them will have to sit out, and I feel like they'd pick Sadie just cause. There's no reason. It's literally just cause. Anyways, first person to be found is unfortunately gonna be. I feel like Lindsay would get caught. Then I'd feel like Sammy would get caught because she was arguing with Amy. Amy gets caught because she was arguing with Sammy. Then Taylor gets caught. Then I feel like Raj and Tyler would get caught with Lindsay. And then Jay getting caught. Then Kelly would get caught. Then Katie would get caught because she was talking to Sadie. Jose would get caught with. So I feel like these three would hide together. They'd feel like they would break Cody just because these three actually go somewhere where it's inactionable. Which eventually they just wait it out. Bridget gets caught, then Harold. Then I feel like then Cody would get caught, but then they would escape before they get caught. Then then the rest of them would get caught, with Heather being the final one. Which means they lose. Okay, then I feel like they'd vote out Kelly just cause she's old and less. Less. How do you call it? What do you call it? Less. Hold up. Less agile, that's the word, than the rest, so they have to vote her out. And they almost voted her out first, but then realized that she would have kept throwing. It was Blood versus Wata. I have no challenge for this. It's literally just Blood versus. I have no clue what the challenge would be. But I'm gonna just say that Blood will lose. And I feel like the votes is between Taylor, Lindsay, Jay, and Sadie. Low key, Alejandra. It's between these two guys. Taylor, because she's basically just complaining. Lindsay, because she's pretty dumb, but also likable, so I don't think they would vote her. Jay, because he's incredibly weak. Sadie, mainly because she keeps interacting with Katie. And is not that useful in challenges, but I feel like they would. But Alejandro is mainly the most threatening because he's very manipulative. Even though he's really good in challenges, I feel like just because he's very manipulative, I feel like they'd want to take him gone. Episode 4, Manipola. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's basically just Monopoly. One person will have to sit down. I feel like they'd choose Jay just because they wouldn't know the challenge. but unfortunately, it's Monopoly. I feel like who would be better at playing Monopoly? I feel like they would, to be honest. So then they would lose. It's between Amy, Cody, Jay, and Sadie again. Jay because she's very weak, Cody for the same reason, Sadie because she's not that very useful and challenging, Amy because she's literally just everyone just hates her, rightfully so. But I feel like Amy would show more respect to the team. So in a close vote to 5-4, to a close vote of to a very 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 close vote, I feel like they vote out Jay. Just because he has Mickey, and Mickey's probably will be sad that Jay's gone. Episode 5, laser tagged. It's literally just laser tag. I feel I feel like Taylor and Amy would carry this team. For this team, I feel like Jasmine and Jackie's would carry. I would say Amy actually has some character development and gets her team the win. No, I'm gonna have her. I'm gonna have it where she actually cares about Samies now, and with a very close vote, with a very very close vote of 5-6, I'd feel like they would vote out Heather just because she's just very mean for no reason at all. She's not that very valuable to the team. Let's see how many people would actually care about her. Okay, yeah, literally, I don't think anybody on the team would like her. Except maybe Jacquees, because he respects her gameplay. But Heather, goodbye. Episode 6, Just Dancing. It's literally just dance. Okay, and I feel low-key. Okay, for the people who could carry on this team would be Jacquees. I feel like Raj could put a good dance. Bowie is 100%. Jose. So this team would have to move somebody. I feel like they would volunteer Joe. What team would be better? Lucky just because they have LaShawn, I feel like Blood wins. I feel like these guys would get along like very very well. I feel like Jeff and Mickey would get along. Tyler and Raj would get along just because they're on they have sports. I feel like obviously these two are get along very well. I feel like they would vote. I feel like they'd vote. No, I'm gonna say Jacquees somehow convinces them. I don't know how. Actually, no, he forms a pack with these three because they have sport trainings. These three. And Tyler has Lashana. That's 4 easy votes. I feel like Lashana could convince Jeff. Jeff could convince Mickey because he was on the same season. I'm pretty sure they got along pretty well too. So yeah, that's literally all the votes he needs to send. I feel like he would send Brick. No. It's just tough to send to Katie Packing just cause. Anyways, episode 7, Regretful Regrets. This team would volunteer two people to sit out. Sadie would, and then they would pick Lindsay. Anyways, they're in a little container thing, and if they had to say what they regret most at the time, If it's true that they're safe, if not, then the water will fill up the tanks. If their tank gets filled up, then they are eliminated. Okay, for the teams that I think would fail immediately. Okay, so Raj and Tyler, Jeff and Mickey, Bridget, Amy, and Sean. For the next batch. Okay, then Sammy, Jasmine, Lashana, Joe, Harold, Taylor, Cody. That means Brick and Jacques versus Bowie and Jose. And I feel like Brick would. I feel like Brick could carry them. Then I feel like they realize that the villains are like have a major alliance. Harold would notice that. Sean would notice that. Cody would, and probably Bridget. They'd convince Sadie to. That's 5v5, and I feel like they just need to convince Lindsay. But the villains get to her first because they think she's dumb enough to go along with their plans, but they didn't realize that Lindsay was not with them at all. Meaning Jose is eliminated. Jacques is a little bit pissed, low-key. Anyways, then I feel like the episode banking balances is basically like a bank challenge, which I feel like this team 100% wins this. And I feel like they realize that they could afford losing Sadie. I mean, whoa. I feel like Lindsay's time is now. She got enough screen time. She can get out of here. But the challenge is basically you have to balance. She fell first, after literally failing every single question. Anyways, goodbye.